We've just arrived in San Andres in Colombia. We left from Salento and we had to take a ton of buses and taxis and planes and layovers in Bogota, but we finally made it by 11 o'clock last night. We were in our apartment. We're at Scrap Beach. It is beautiful, crystal clear water, sand is pure white. They're setting up all the beach chairs and tidying up the beach every morning, which is really nice. Palm trees all along the beach. It's pretty idyllic, it's really beautiful. Behind me, just over here, is an island called Johnny Cay. We're planning to take a boat over and spend some hours there. It's meant to be really, really pristine and beautiful, so we'll check that out. And we're just trying to decide if we're going to do some tours or if we're just going to really veg out on this beach, because I think I could do it for a week. These are the buggies that you can hire and drive yourself around San Andres. It is kind of, it's not big, but it's not tiny. So if you want to get around, it's probably a good idea. They're not the cheapest, but they're a lot of fun. I'm going to video the hubbub. This is the main boat area, where out the front you just saw all the craziness of people who were trying to sell you a tour. And this is where you would catch your boat to go over to Johnny Cay or wherever you may go. No.
We already went yesterday.
When you come to San Andres, you'll find there's a boat harbour. Out the front there are all those people selling the tickets that I'm going to show you in a second. And then when you get your ticket, you walk on through and you'll be catching one of these many boats that do tours out to Johnny Cay, the aquarium. There's lots of other little places they stop off, like mangroves. So yeah, if you want to looking for the place to come and get your boat tickets, this is one of them.
Another harbour here. And here's some more boats going to Johnny Cay. That jet ski sounds knackered.
Right, first bit of food from where all the locals are eating anyway. Mike's got...
If it's busy with locals, you give it a run.
It is. Busy with locals, you got to try.
Mr. Bono.
Mr. Bono's pasticcio carne pollo. It looks good, and you know what, honestly it kills me I have to miss out because gluten, but I asked, they were very kindly checking and no gluten. It's good. How's the chicken? Flavour? There you go, Mr. Bono, check it out. Okay, we've made it over to Johnny Cay. First thing you need to know is that you're going to come over in a tiny boat and waves are going to crash completely over that boat. So you are going to be saturated by the time you arrive. I'm completely saturated, Mike's completely saturated, all our stuff's completely saturated except what he has in his wet bag, and very luckily some fine girls helped me hang a plastic bag over my backpack so it didn't ever empty, but everything is saturated. So first things first, put your stuff in a wet bag if you're again. Secondly, it's beautiful. The water is blue, crystal clear, stunning. There's an internal centre bit where we are right now, loads of palm trees, perfectly manicured grass, which is a real surprise with walking paths, and iguanas that you can sort of go right up to close. There's an area in the back right corner where they've got some food scraps that they're eating. There's quite a large one there at the moment, which is a little bit terrifying because I think they can roll. But honestly, it's a really pretty place to spend the day. So I'm glad we came and we're going to go check more of it now. Here's the spot. It's pretty good. Alright, this is how you're getting in and out. Check it out. there is a big breeze, so that is pushing all the water this way. Find out that San Andres is a really windy island, so it's going to be a lot of breeze all the time. But the water is perfect, beautiful blue, crystal clear. It's nice temp, not too cold, not too hot. Yeah, just a lot of breeze, slapping you in the face a little bit. A bit crazy, few people, not too overcrowded. It is back so again, it's not the busiest of times. We're starting to head back, but it's lovely. I mean, there are worse places you could be than an island in the Caribbean, and swimming in perfect water. So count myself very lucky, but yeah, it's a good place to come. Okay, Mike's gone for a swim, and I've just hopped out of the water, so we're taking turns to watch his stuff. I will say this about it. I'm sitting here watching all the little boats come in and drop everyone off. There's loads of different tours, different tour companies that come from the marina and everything. So you get to see a lot of people getting here. It is a rough ride over. It's very windy and the water is a little bit choppy, so there's some big waves, which is fine. But if you've never been around many boats, or you haven't been on a Thai holiday and where you jump in and out of little tiny boats all the time, or Indonesia or something like that, it might be a bit of a rough experience for you. Definitely need to bring a wet bag because your stuff is all going to get wet. You need to bring a hat, you need to bring sunscreen, wear thongs, don't wear shoes because they're just going to get smashed in the water. Lots of people are falling out of these little boats, so you just want to make sure when you're getting on and off, you do it when you're ready, not when you're being pushed to do it. They're going to try and help you as much as they can. I've seen some people be lifted onto it, but I've seen 3 people fall out so far. So yeah, just be careful and just make sure that, yeah, you go when you're ready to go. Don't let people say, jump, hold, give me your hand and that sort of thing. Take the hand, but just go when you're ready. They're not getting hurt, they're just falling in the water, which is sad. But it is an idyllic place. It's really beautiful to visit, and you're amongst locals, so mostly Colombians are coming here. And we met couple of other Aussies, which is so rare. We haven't met any on this whole trip. And it's a beautiful place, but yeah, I'll show you the people coming on the boat so you can see what I mean. I feel like a lot of them must be at 1:30.
Hola amiga.
Gracias. Okay.
Leaving Johnny Cay.
Back to San Andres. Right, here we are back.
2 drowned rats. Back from Johnny Cay.
Ready to go and have a brackish water shower, which is somewhere in between salt water and fresh water with a bit of stink. But you know what? It's what we got. So we're going to do what we can.
So we booked our Johnny Cay trip here with the Cooperative Brothers. It was so much better. We went down to the harbour to have a look and check prices and all that sort of thing. The minute we stepped foot there, we were overloaded with people harassing us, trying to get us on boat trips, trying to tell us what we had to do. It was overwhelming and it was awful. It smelled like petrol. There's a billion boats there, if I can tell, like so many boats. I'll show you the footage in a minute. But when we came here, the guy was super nice. Speaks English, so that was easy. He was honestly didn't care if we booked it or not. He was so chill. He was such a lovely guy. And then when we got here to buy our tickets, we were about 10 minutes early. There's a guy doing Zumba. He was calling people out. He was like getting everyone involved and getting everyone psyched up for the day trip. And got one person from each country out dancing. It was awesome. And then when he finished, it was time to jump on the boat. So couldn't it have been a better start to a day trip? And then they were super nice and easy to look after us. So definitely recommend that.